Dear brothers and sisters of the Harari community, I am exceedingly honored and profoundly humbled today to speak to you at your annual gathering for the Harari Soccer Tournament for the year 2023. This gathering is both cultural and it also gives you a safe space to enhance the oneness of the community. At the outset, I would like to recognize and commend the Harari Organization for Justice and Equality, HAJE. It takes leaders to shoulder such a responsibility to bring the community together. And I'm so happy to be with you virtually. Due to scheduling, I could not be there in Toronto in person. Nonetheless, I'm with you in spirit, and that is good enough for some of you, hopefully. My name is Faisal Roble, and I was born and raised in Jigjiga. I am, in a way, your kin and kith. So if you hear me sometimes referring to myself as one of you, please accept it as my expression of being your own, your kin and kith. I'm sure many of you have come to this space for two main reasons: to have fun with the community at large, bring the kids and the family and have that fun time, and also to strengthen the unity of the Harari people and show that expression. Both are worthy causes, in my opinion. The name Harar evokes strong memories for many people. History is what comes to one's mind when they hear the name Harar. It has been recognized that Harar by UNESCO as, and I will quote, an island, an urban settlement with a distinct architectural character and social organization which cannot be compared to any other town in East Africa, unquote. Harar is considered, again, to quote, the fourth holiest city of Islam with 82 mosques and about 102 shrines. The Islamic town is characterized by a maze of alleys, alleyways, and forbidding facades, unquote. As you know, Jagol is a testimony to an Islamic, African, Harari, and Somali civilization. We need to remember that. Outside Somalia, actually, Harar is the cradle of Islamic civilization and Islamic history, and we need to keep and protect that collective resources. Also, we also remember Harar as the city where a very cruel Ethiopian authority converted Sheikh Bazigh Mosque to Marhani Alam Church. That pain is still with us today. Also, the demolition of 20 mosques in the 21st century in Addis Ababa also heavily weighs on our feelings on a daily basis. But again, the Harari people, who are one of the oldest Muslim communities in the world, in my opinion, will triumph over the current challenges as they have done in the past. I know these are trying times. Some of you may even doubt what the future holds for you. Others may even feel afraid for the fate of Harari people and Harar history. Will some aggressive forces come and erase our rich cultural history? Some may even think. This and many other questions come to me as well as I really look around and see what's happening in our region. Let me assure you, though, those feelings are common to any community in times of social strife. Wars, political turmoil, and environmental crisis sort of magnify this kind of feelings to acute levels. Such feelings of insecurity are normal. Your fears, my fears are normal, and we need not run away from these feelings, but we need to embrace them and work on them as much as possible. I personally believe the Harari community is one of the most resilient communities I know of. It is a community that survived generational challenges. Actually, let me detail what I mean about surviving past challenges by simply looking at the history of the Harari people. The Harari community, for example, played a significant role in the Crusade War of the 15th century, where millions of people died, and thereafter the Harari community came out strong and thriving. It also played a prime role in the Islamization of both highland and lowland communities in parts of Ethiopia. In the massive and powerful military campaign of Imam Ahmed al-Ghazi, Ahmed Guri, the Harari community was indispensable. It was key to that administration, and it held key positions. According to the most authoritative narrative about that era, Futuh al-Habash, the top tier of the Islamic government of Ahmed Guri used the Harari language as it is one of its prime official languages, in addition to Arabic. The Harari role in the civilization of the Horn of Africa even predates the 16th century of Imam Ahmed Guri or Salahuddin in the 14th century. According to a BBC report released in 2017, I'll quote, "A forgotten city thought to date back to the 10th AD, 10th century, has been uncovered by a team of archaeologists in the land of Harla Kombo. This is Harla area is an area lived by two sisterly communities of Harari and Somali in the Fafan region. The relationship between Somali in the Fafan region and the mighty Harari communities must be carried beyond our historical, cultural, and familial or blood relationship. We need to use this history and this common history as a background to fashion strategies to protect us. And I will say that a couple of words about that at the last. In the era of Ras Mokonnen, most of you recall that the Harari and Somalis fought together to protect their land, resources, and religion. Had it not been the wider Christian world intervention, Harar would not have fallen. In the 1940s, the Harari and Somali people struggled together for self-determination under one organization whose main slogan was, and I quote, "Hanno Lato," or long live. Given the political, social, and climate challenges that our communities are facing today, we must reflect back on our great days in history and use that to help us design strategies to protect our interests today. We cannot really thrive if each one of us runs on their own. We need to organize Somalis and Hararis and other peace-loving people. Therefore, let me throw 5 recommendations that I want you to chew as you stay here and go back home. 1, we need to come up with a collective vision to withstand the local and global pressures placed on our people. 2, we need to ensure that the Harari community thrives as the Muslim city that they have. Let me repeat that. We need to ensure that Harar thrives as the Muslim city that it has been for generations. And 3, we need to protect our mosques and antique books, such as our Quran and other materials that are kept in Harar for generations. We need to protect the heritage of architecture and ensure we don't lose unique architectural layouts of the neighborhoods such as Jagol and others. Architecture dates and puts a timeline on human civilization, and Harar stands for that. And finally, we need to strengthen our alliance to help protect our shared values. If we do that and other strategies that some of you probably will be designing in the years to come, Harar will emerge as it has always been and stay there, which is the center of Islamic civilization in the Horn of Africa. And with that, I wish for each and every one of you a happy tournament and a great weekend. Thank you very much.